Hello, our little spooks.
Hi, I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Lexi. Welcome to the Guarded by Demons podcast, where we discuss all things horror.
So we hope that you're ready, because we have a lot of spooky fun heading your way this October. And continuing our week-long countdown to Halloween is day 7. And today we're going to talk about our Halloween traditions and memories. So we have 2 guests with us today.
It's me, Loki. Once more.
It's me, Adam, back from beyond the grave as always.
There they are.
Hello.
Why are you eating the mic, Adam?
Sorry, I forgot that. I forgot that.
The mic is just so tasty.
I recently joined a zombie-themed VTuber server, so I've been on a bitey
You don't want to munch?
munch. Yep.
Sweet.
You nerd. Okay, I do think that me and Adam are just gonna have similar stories to tell because we've always lived next to each other since we were kids. So Halloween has been like one of those holidays where it's kind of like a big deal to us and like his dad and my mom.
That's fair.
So actually, who wants to go first in talking about their traditions or memories?
Oh my god, can we go with the classic? Obviously, Adam, Kimmy, and I have all been within the same school district. That's usually
Beautiful.
oh my god, the fucking parades that elementary schools would have to show off your costumes.
Yes,
I miss them so much.
Our
As an
schools
adult,
went hard, dude.
I
Dude,
miss
they
them so
did.
much.
Okay, so I gotta relive the Halloween parade even after I left because of my siblings.
I'm the youngest, so that was the last one.
I'm the oldest, but last year I got to experience it for the very last time because that's when Mason finally like graduated at elementary. It was so fucking cute, and I wanted to cry.
Aw. Just fucking cute.
And they always have the same music. Always.
Oh
have
yeah.
The same music.
Oh my god. It's always Monster Mash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ghostbusters and
Classic.
Thriller are definitely the main 3.
Yeah.
Over
those
and
are the main
over and
three.
over.
In the recent years, I've heard like Calling All the Monsters be another repetitive one.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
God, I miss those. I still have a bunch of those videos on VHS that I could look back on. Like even there's some for even my brother and sister, and that's like in the 90s when they were kids.
That's so cute.
And it's so interesting seeing them because you see a lot of like, hey, this was very trendy at this time, and that's why this is like the most costume that you see.
Yeah. I remember.
Did I go? My bad.
You can go. Yeah.
Real quick, speaking about like trendy costumes and whatnot, I always had like the oddball costumes
You
that
fucking
somehow always ended up as like either the funniest or the most creative. Just because my dad would show me he would show us fucking horror movies, so like I'd be dressing up as like things that kids didn't movies that kids didn't really see back then, because a lot of times it was expensive to own DVDs or even like get access to these movies in general.
Yeah.
So I always ended up being able to dress up as things from horror movies that like I had access to, because my dad was able to have like a VHS or a DVD at the time.
I love that. Your dad's always been like really enthusiastic about Halloween, even now.
He likes making props and like costumes.
He does.
I still have
Love
the
it.
I was gonna say I don't have it no more, but I remember one of the earliest costumes that we made that was, aside from the dinosaur one that I paraded in, the ones that we actually like handmade together. I'm dressed up as Jason from Jason X, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So we went to the old Halloween castle, right? And we actually bought the mask for, like those. Remember the really good like old rubber masks they used to have?
Yeah.
So I bought the Jason X one, right, where it's like his metal face with his brains and everything. And I wore my dad's old like Thrasher jacket from Mexico. His big old leather Thrasher jacket and his like pants and like fucking boots. and
Mhm.
my mom cut out on cardboard like a zigzag, right? Almost like something, just like a thunderbolty zigzag to go down my chest, and they covered it in foil, so it looked like I had like parts of like so like robot, right, on my body and whatnot. They covered parts of my body in like foil paper from the 99-cent store, and we had a machete cut out of I believe a cardboard too, and they covered it in foil paper too to make it all look like it was a metal. So that one got actually pretty creative, but that shit was hot and heavy. I was like a little scrawny kid carrying my dad's big old leather jacket in October. So I was like, just
Fucking dying.
pretty
So,
much.
I do remember one year for like the Halloween parade. I think it was like first grade. I actually won one of those like I think I got like most creative or something for the Halloween parade because I fucking dressed as Sailor Moon.
Aw.
My mom still has the photo of me waving to her. And you can see that I'm wearing like the little lanyard.
That's so cute.
That was one of my favorite Halloweens because I thought I looked pretty.
That's cute, dude. What the
I don't
fuck?
think I've ever won, like, not that I remember. But I just remember I loved it so much. A lot of my costumes were very basic. I know one year, because this is the one I remember the most from like the video camera. I was like it was off-brand, but I was supposed to be Cinderella. Because sometimes off-brand is all you could afford.
Yeah.
I know one year I was like, I think for the off-brand Cinderella, I was definitely like in pre-K or kinder. I was very, very small. But I remember as I got older, I think that's when I started wearing more of the quote unquote scary costumes.
hmm
Because I remember I think it was maybe fourth grade. I was supposed to be like a ghost bride. I remember that costume a lot. Oh, and I remember the half angel, half devil. And I think it wasn't until like super recently I donated that costume. So like an early 2000s costume just fucking donated.
Damn.
Do you have anything to share?
I think my favorite costume that I actually wore as a kid. Firstly, we used to have like Halloween parties at my house.
Mhm.
Every year we would do games and just all kinds of fun stuff. I think we used to do piñatas as well in the backyard. That was really fun and messy. I know we used to do like bobbing for apples before the swine flu came around, and then we changed it to for some reason inside the house we would play this game called bobbing for worms. And basically you put 5 gummy worms on a paper plate and spray whipped cream over it, and you have to fish it out without using your hands. And
Oh
whoever
my
got all
god.
5 of their gummy worms out first would win a prize. It was usually like a big ass bag of Skittles.
Love that.
And at the end of it all, we would have a whipped cream fight. And it was fucking awesome. But we all pitched in and helped to clean it up afterwards because we did that in our dining room rather than outside because it would be really cold. Like, it's cold right now. It's going to get down to the 30s tonight as we're recording. Chilly. But we would do like costume contests and stuff. I have a couple of trophies over there on my shelf right there. They're made of plastic, but I would win best costume sometimes. But my favorite costume that I wore when I was little that I would actually like to revamp was I was the corpse bride for Halloween when I was 6, I think. And I really enjoyed dressing up as her a lot. She was really sweet. Just one of my favorites. I love it. And what else did we do? We used to do this game where we'd get into like groups of 3 or 4, and everybody except for one person would get a roll of toilet paper, and you had a limited amount of time to wrap up the person without the toilet paper as a mummy, and whoever did the best job would win a prize. And we would do like scavenger hunts. Mom would make riddles for us to solve, go outside and look at like the riddles and get the solutions. And again, we just did a lot of games where it had prizes at the end of it. It was always really fun.
It'll be this Batman.
And we would always like have all these Halloween CDs that would always have like the Time Warp or Thriller, Evil Woman by ELO. just all kinds of fun stuff. We have a fog machine. I don't know if it still works though.
It just dawned on me that I also dressed up as Cartman.
Oh my god.
From fucking South Park.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I remember literally helping my mom sew an oversized like red sweater with yellow mittens and a big oversized Cartman head that my uncle got from his friend, and I wore that and walked around, paraded all around the elementary too. I remember
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
so that one got the most funniest. I remember I also dressed up as Predator one time.
Nice.
I remember that. I think we still have photos of that.
Oh God, I remember, dude. So I remember it was okay. So actually, what happened was that there was one year where I dressed up as the alien from Independence Day, right?
Mhm.
Because it was on sale, and my parents were like, "Look here." I'm like, "I've never seen this movie, but it looks cool. Sure." So I wore it, and then I kept the bodysuit, right? Because my mom was like, "Maybe you'll wear it next year again." I'm like, "Okay." And so I remembered we had that suit, and they're like, "It looks alien-y, the texture and everything." So they pretty much slapped it on me, and we used like fish nets because you know how Predator has like the fish like the fish net like thing on.
Mhm.
So I put the fish nets on, and I put the mask on, and I remember they bought me a big old like wig and made like dreadlocks out of the long hair and slapped it on me. And I remember it wasn't sticking on, so they sewed those. You know how in cosplay where you can sew the wig onto the either a mask or like you whatnot.
Yeah.
So instead, what they did actually, I remember now, they sewed little like clip-ons so you can snap it together to the mask. And I would walk around like that one. Also got like I think most creative. That's the one thing for me that I remember a lot from the from when I was a kid. It was always the costume parades. And there's nothing like walking into class knowing that you're not gonna do any work except for like fun Halloween coloring pages. You're gonna get candy, and the vibe is just like friendly all around.
Mhm.
I miss that so much.
I really miss just having fun when you enter like those elementary school doors on Halloween.
Man, school like the day of Halloween, the day before Halloween, because you know it usually fall like on a Friday
on a
or
weekend
like
or-
Saturday or the weekend. Yeah.
It's gonna fall on a Monday this year.
Oh, gross.
Ew.
But it always seemed like they went out of their way, at least in elementary school, to make that day at least a little fun.
Yeah.
It was so good. I remember I think occasionally we would get hot chocolate.
That's
and
so cool.
we would always do like the coloring pages and stuff like that. They would give out candy. They would deck out the classrooms and Halloween decorations. Oh God, what I would give to feel that nostalgia all over again.
Right?
I got one. Shout out to Miss Aguirre for the elementary Halloween mazes that she used to do back in.
Oh, Miss
Aw,
Aguirre!
that's sweet.
Aw.
That's really cool.
Dude, do you guys remember like going to having like your like one class at a time go and like have your little slots to go into the auditorium, and it literally was like a whole little maze for us, and then at the right, and then once we get to the end, do you remember what Miss Aguirre used to do?
No, I don't.
So she would take out the scary stories to tell in the dark, and she would sit us around in a circle on the stage of the auditorium, and she would be dressing up like a ghoul, and she would like in character read a story from the book. You know, she'd be like, "Late one night in October 1864, a Confederate block." Yeah, and she would be doing that, right? And she would,
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
yeah. And then they would drop a skeleton from the ceiling, woo, to like scare you.
Oh
No, I remember that shit scared me so much. I remember I would go home and tell my mom about it.
Yeah, Miss Aguirre played a huge part in that, dude.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
really loved that they did those mazes, like the little ones in the auditorium. And it wasn't even like just on the day before Halloween or like on Halloween. It was like throughout the whole entire week that each class had their like little slot that they could go to. And they also had like times after school if kids wanted to go into it.
Yeah. That our elementary, for being like, you know, in the in like a poor section and like considered like what is it called, like underfunded and all that, really did. I appreciate the fact that a lot of the teachers did a lot during Halloween and any
Yeah.
sort of season. Like they put a lot of their effort into it after school or working together to make sure that we had like a fun ass time.
It was
Mhm.
usually like Halloween and Christmas that they really went all out for that.
God, they really went all out for Christmas with us.
Yeah.
Oh, Polar Express every year, so great.
I don't remember what we did for December. I can't remember. I don't remember that one. It's always the Halloween ones that I recall.
I know it's always the Halloween ones, but I know during Christmas we would do like Christmas shows.
That's right. That's right. That's
You would
right.
perform for the whole school.
Yeah, we
There you go.
and the
You would sing
parents.
songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I hate doing that shit.
Our school always did that. Also, I remember they had like movie nights where they would show Christmas movies, and there was one movie night where I thought I missed because I had to go to the hospital. But I was able to go like the next day because I got my days mixed up and I got to watch the Polar Express with every one of my friends, and I was like very excited about that. And then I remember they had one movie night one year, and it was during Halloween. I think they were showing like The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I remember that my mom wanted to go with me, but she couldn't because she had to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad was the one that had to take me, and he ended up fucking staying there watching the movie with us.
Amazing.
I love that. I thought that was really fun.
Yeah, we always they always took us to the library because they had like the big smart boards,
Mhm.
and they would show us like the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and stuff like that. It was so fun and so cozy. We always got like those Loft House cookies either before or after. I don't remember.
Oh, those cookies are freaking good.
They're bomb. My mom likes them, but she doesn't like the sprinkles. She picks off the sprinkles. I'm like, what are you doing? They're soft. What are you doing?
No, and then I grew up going to a local Boys and Girls Club. They always the arts and crafts center always did a Halloween maze. It's sad to say that I never went in because I was always so scared.
Oh.
Yeah, we had our Boys and Girls Club in our elementary school cafeteria. We didn't have an individual building for that. It was just like an after school thing. Obviously, it would last until 5 p.m. I think. Pretty sure. I don't remember. So long ago now. Elementary school is surprisingly blurry for me with all of the Halloween stuff for some reason. I do remember we took a field trip to a pumpkin patch somewhere, and we got to pick out a pumpkin and take it home to our families to carve with our parents. That was fun. I remember it being really cold. Really cold.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
I think Mom's got a picture of me somewhere, and I'm wearing like a puffy pink jacket, and my nose is like red because it's so cold out.
I think a lot of like besides like elementary memories, a lot of the things that I remember growing up for Halloween is always either having a party at someone's house, whether it was like my house or like Adam's house. There was always gonna be a party, and it was because of Adam's dad, unintentionally. A lot of the times because he would take out his DJ stuff, and we would always just have like food ready for everyone, and usually people would just come by and just get some food, and it will just turn into like a party.
Yeah, it was never really announced. It was just more of on that day. You know what? I'm breaking out the system, and we're playing some Halloween remixes like and like or some shit like that. And then my uncles would be out in the front, kind of just drinking and hanging out with their friends, and they would come to the back of the house and get food, and then go back and hang out with with the rest of their homies. And we'd be in the back just running around and like playing with the fog machine, running around in it or eating or waiting for like my aunts and uncles to take us to go like trick or treating around the block, before we came back and shit. Yeah.
I remember that a lot. I remember your dad saying that like some family members got a little upset because they were like, "Oh, why didn't you invite us?" And he was just like, "This wasn't planned."
Yeah, half the time they were never planned.
A lot of the time, I think most of the time, it was never really planned.
It was never planned. I mean,
it was never planned until like we got older, until like the kids got older, and that's when we actually started planning it. because I know around the recent years I started planning it to be like at my house, and we would do like a party or something and have food,
Yeah.
and like give out candy and stuff like that.
Man, we never had trick or treaters out here, dude. We Kimberly could probably vouch for this. We live basically in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
And there's like, even though there's kids in the neighborhood, nobody trick or treats out this way. It's always like over in Beverly Heights neighborhood, or just further down. Where
you travel out?
Yeah, I had to travel out. Although I was the only kid in my neighborhood at the time to actually go trick or treating, so people would like have a bunch of candy for me in my own neighborhood because I was one of the only kids in the neighborhood to go trick or treating. And then we would go to my babysitter's house, and her neighborhood. We rode through there with Mom here a couple months ago just to show Kimberly around a little bit, and also like Game Grumps played GeoGuessr and ended up in that neighborhood, and it made me really happy. And they always deck out. They go all out in that neighborhood for Halloween. Like there's inflatables, there's spooky decorations, there's parties, there's music. It's so fun. It's the kind of neighborhood where you can get full-size candy bars, I'll say.
Nice.
And
like a straight up full on Snickers bar?
yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. So good. And I think I don't remember what year it was, but I know in that particular neighborhood, there's a house like on the corner, like right by my babysitter's house, is where I actually got to play with dry ice for the very first time, and that was really fun. And like my babysitter and her husband would decorate their house top to bottom, like lights, and he would dress up all spooky like and scare the neighborhood kids that would come trick-or-treating and stuff like that. And her son would also dress up too. That was always really fun. And then after all that, I would go to my Aunt Spring's house, who is unfortunately no longer with us. And I was her only trick-or-treater. So I basically, when I got to her house, had a big old bowl of candy just for me. And I miss her dearly. And she also had those popcorn balls that were connected by caramel. And those were really good, albeit really hard to bite into.
I remember for our neighborhood, what's it called? We had a bunch of supermarkets that were open and that they would give us candy.
Mm-hmm.
So we had like the panaderia by the corner, so like the bakery at the corner of our house. There was even like the liquor store would be giving out candy.
Yeah.
It'd be the liquor store, the bakery, the donut shop, the burger joint would give out candy.
Yeah.
The big ass like supermarket around like 2 blocks down would give candy.
Dude, the First Street Burgers gave out really good candy.
Yeah, they did. Everywhere you used, it's not as so much anymore. At least I don't remember it. Can you tell me if if it's changed since then, Kimberly? So before you made the big move?
About like stores giving out candy and like the general area?
If it's still the same. If it was still the same.
It
like,
kind of was and kind of wasn't because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So because of the pandemic, there wasn't really much trick-or-treaters going out, and there wasn't really much people giving out candy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like we walked around, there wasn't really any houses that were giving out candy. There was like a few, and there was a few that was holding like little haunted houses in their driveway. But like for the stores, like the corner store, the liquor store, they did give out candy. And then the bakery was closed. Meatland was also closed. And then the donut shop was closed. The only one that was actually giving out candy was, I think it was just the First Street Burgers. And then some of the little stores that were more down the block, like the 99 and the place where they were selling clothes and shoes. And I think the party supply store that was by the corner was also selling giving out candy, but that was it because we didn't make it that far. My mom didn't want to go all the way to the Superior.
I think it was my mom that would actually like, take that would actually walk us all the way by. I think it depended which way you walked in. If we walked a certain way, we would end up around more houses and it would be pretty far. If we walked the opposite way, we would end up really quickly by the First Street Burgers and then to the Superior.
Yeah, because I remember we always went to like towards the First Street Burgers, and then we turned the corner to walk towards the Superior.
Yeah.
Because then that way we got more houses, and then once we got to the Superior, we would just walk through the neighborhoods. Like if they were just like aisles to go through. But I know there's always this one house that recently that me and my family like really love to go see because they went all out for their decorations, and it's the house that was like 3 houses down from the Superior. And they told us like, oh no, that they were still gonna do stuff even though the pandemic was going around. They were still gonna like do like a tiny maze, or at least have like their decorations out so people can take pictures with them. And I remember my mom was like super excited to go last year, and we did go, I think, for like a little bit. Or I think no, Mason went with your mom. I don't know if he actually saw the house though. But I remember the year before when we went, Mason was dressed as like Jeff the Killer, and there was like this huge ass Slender Man decoration. I told Mason like, hey, stand next to it so like I can get a picture. He did not want to stand next to it at all. It was at that house that we really love going to, and I was like, just stand by it. It's not gonna move. And he's like, no, I don't want to. And I'm like, it's not gonna move, dude. You're fine.
It's all fun and memes until you see them right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's all fun and memes and sexy fan art until he's right there.
Oh my god, he's right behind you.
Yeah, my friend Alex is dressed as Slender Man like 2 years in a row before.
Nice.
So He tall, so it's an easy costume for him.
Do they make suits for tall people like that?
Yeah.
He wasn't quite 6'9" yet, but he was still well over 6 foot.
I mean, I do think either way that they make suits for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically for that.
I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Pretty well. It is kind of spooky, I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
Yeah, if you guys ever get to meet Alex, you'll understand for sure how tall he is. Kimberly can vouch.
Yeah.
Is that the dude I was having a fucking like an Ace Attorney role play with on Discord one time?
My friend Michael.
Oh, okay. I just randomly tagged him and he's like, "Oh, what did I get myself into?" I'm like, "Welcome to the Discord."
Yeah, that's my friend Michael. He actually rated Diane with me.
Ah, got it.
Yeah.
I think it's really funny.
Oh, that was the time that you randomly rated them and they were in the midst of someone spamming a ton of things in them, I believe. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of another time. Never mind.
I was like, what? I don't remember that happening, but shit. That's not fucking good. But yeah, that's my friend Michael. That's yeah. I met Michael through Alex though. So yeah.
I really do remember mostly every year Halloween, without missing it, my mom would wake me up at like 5 a.m. just so we can watch 2 movies together. And it was the start of the AMC like Halloween marathon that they did.
Oh yeah.
So every year my mom would wake me up at 5 a.m. just so we can watch Halloween and Halloween 2 before I had to go to school. And even even after I graduated and everything, we would still like wake up around that time just to watch those movies. Even if like I didn't have to leave anywhere, but still we still had to get like my other siblings ready for school. So I guess that was more of a tradition for us to watch the Halloween marathon. And now it's become like an October tradition. If they keep like, releasing and keep doing like the Chucky series, my mom has always wanted to do to watch like the Chucky series every time it comes out in October. And even though like I moved, my mom was like, how are we gonna watch together? Because it was a thing that we do, and we look forward to. And I told her like she could just call me like on Messenger and we can watch it through there. And we just did that today. We just watched like the first 2 new episodes of the 2nd season, and Saturday we're gonna watch the 3rd one that's coming out this week. And Yeah, my mom says like she's super excited for Halloween. I know. I think my sister's gonna be Raven from Teen Titans, and
Nice.
and I think Mason's gonna be like a plague doctor.
Nice. I have a plague doctor mask hanging up on my wall right now. It's steampunky.
Also, I remember a lot of haunted houses, and not just like going to other people's, but like making them with your dad, Adam.
Yeah.
I remember always wanting to do that, but like my mom would always be like, "Oh no, you have to like stay here with us if you guys weren't gonna come over or anything." And I was like, "I don't want to though. Like I want to go at Junior." But I always like how enthusiastic like your dad has been always for Halloween, like no matter what. Like this year, he's also told me like that he's bummed because he doesn't know what to do. he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do anymore because he always like just came over to the house to see me and see how we were gonna like plan things out and what we were gonna do, because I would always like talk to him about it and what we were planning on like for decorations or like music and stuff like that, what we're gonna do with like the projector. We were like planning parties and everything, and now he doesn't really know what he's gonna do. And I always ask him, I'm just like, you can always just message me, we can figure something out for you guys to do.
I think you were also always the one that was like cooking and stuff too, and baking. Oh, you
Yeah.
would bake.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're not gonna have Halloween. Damn.
Fuck, I don't
Oh, no.
Find another baker.
You know it's crazy because I took that shit for granted straight up. I remember it's like I arrived there and I'm like, oh yeah, Kimberly's cooking, and now I'm thinking, wait, Kimberly bakes. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Now there's who's gonna bake? I'm just gonna be there poking.
It's time for you to start baking.
Dude, I will legit just throw some fucking dough into the oven and just poke it. Come on already, do something.
Do something.
That's gonna be legit me. I'm just gonna throw straight up dough. I don't even know how to make the dough. I'm just gonna put water with the flour, the water flour, put sugar in it, like smash it and throw it into the oven, and that's it. Boom. All right. Let's see.
Hope God something comes out of it.
Dude, I bake so much. I bake like so
know.
much during the holidays, especially Christmas. I remember that one year I baked so many cookies and cakes, and like nobody fucking came except for you, Diane. I think like Karen came.
Yeah, and then Diane's like niece and nephew came over.
Yeah, for like a little bit. I remember that. I sent them back with like a lot of cake and cookies too.
Yeah, you did. Yep.
Oh damn, you get to watch me make the Christmas cookies this year.
Nice.
Instead of having me just send them to you.
Loki,
Mm.
I guess it's time for me and you to pick up the torch. I'll be the assistant. You take charge.
Of what? Baking?
Yeah.
Coward.
Dude.
We can send you cookies.
I know.
I
Through
mean, I
the
don't
mail.
like to bake and I like to bake, but I want to see Adam.
Dude, I got to you guys, are you really gonna miss out the chance of me dressing up as Igor, like, yes, master, and like passing me all the ingredients and stuff? Come on, bro. Is that not worth it? I guess I got I guess I gotta pick up I guess I gotta start baking.
Yeah, you do. That's the whole point. That's what we're trying to get to.
Damn, that's crazy. Watch. You're gonna put me on this and you're gonna end up with like glizzies in your randomly in your cupcakes. You're gonna be eating, you're gonna randomly find like a chunk of weenie in there for no reason.
Was it? What?
God damn it.
It's funny though because she did get us cookie kits.
Yeah.
Halloween cookie kits from Wally World.
Wally World.
That's what we call Walmart over here.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, people call Walmart Wally World, and I think it's just a slang thing. I think it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
Because I've called it Wally World before, and Chris calls it Wally World. So how the hell do you not know that it's called Wally World?
I've never heard it. Okay, so my friends have never ever.
Chris has said Wally World. He used to say, "Oh yeah, I used to work at Wally World." He'll call it Wally World.
That's funny because my head would not register it as Walmart. I'd be like, oh, I don't know where that is, but yeah, sick.
Not sponsored by Walmart.
No. But I did buy like I think 2 cookie kits and then like 1 brownie kit.
Yeah. And you got a bunch of sprinkles too.
I did. It's just because I like the packaging. I was a sucker for them.
I look forward to all.
Capitalism really popped up with this one.
Yeah.
I look forward to all the. Damn. Now I really gotta start cooking.
Yeah, you
'cause
do.
Shit. Well, I can cook, but damn it, now I really gotta start baking. I have so many cool treats in mind. I just have no idea how to go about it.
Everyone
Recipes.
always went to me whenever like, do you guys want to bake? Yeah. Okay, let's go to Kimberly's.
Yeah.
You were also the one with like the working oven.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, okay.
Even like I would invite everyone over to the house and they were like, "What do you need? What do you want?" And I was like, "I don't know, just bring whatever you guys want, dude. Like I got everything here." And he's like, "Hey, if I bring this, can you bake it?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I can't wait to bake you a pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. That's another thing for Thanksgiving. I never get a goddamn pumpkin pie.
I make 2 and there's always plenty left.
I never get a slice because everyone always eats it before I can even get some.
We
Okay.
never had pumpkin pie during during Halloween, I think. I think it's literally just cakes, right? And like treats and whatever food your mom makes.
Yeah, it's always just that either people would bring a lot of like dessert. My mom would always make the food, or I would always make the food. And I know that either Chelsea would want me to like bake something or she would want to make something. And I always like that. A lot of things that I like is hands-on stuff that I can do with the kids. And they always loved baking or cooking, especially during the holidays and especially during Halloween. I remember I bought like a cupcake kit where you could decorate it individually and have the kids do that. That shit was messy as hell.
Jeez. Worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it because I had a lot of fun doing it.
We used to have a bunch of, like, for the Halloween party, we used to have a bunch of fun, like, little spooky snacks that we would make, and Mom bought, like, potion bottles and just put colored water in them and stuff like that, and we always had, like, fruit punch with, like, plastic fingers floating it in, stuff like that. What else did we have? We had a bunch of spooky shit that is just blurring in my mind because there was so much of it. What the fuck did we have? Oh my god. Damn. I'll get back to you on that one. Keep going. Because I don't fucking remember.
Also, growing up, my mom was a really big like crafter. She would make a lot of things like accessories and stuff like that. And she would also bake for everyone. Not even like specifically family, but for like anyone that we took care of because like, you know, our grandma would take care of the kids in the neighborhood or like my mom would do that. So she would always, I guess, like to her, like give back by doing all that during Halloween or like during any like holiday. But specifically, my mom loved doing it for Halloween. And I remember she had like these silicone molds for, I think they were like pumpkins and bats. And I really, really love those because she made like mini cakes out of those. Those are really fucking good growing up.
I used to like baking those fucking cookies from, is it Pillsbury?
The
Does
like,
it?
ghost ones?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Pillsbury.
Yes.
Yeah, those fucking slap.
Pillsbury do.
Slaps no matter what.
I know. I remember sometimes I'd also bake cupcakes, Halloween cupcakes, and I think I still have a Halloween stand where you put cupcakes on. I just don't know where it is. I know it exists, and I could remember it in my mind so vividly, but where's that?
Dude, you know what we should try making for Halloween one of these days? You know the crystal the skull head disco ball from Scooby-Doo.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We should try making that one day.
It's gonna be hard as shit, but okay.
It'll be fun.
It would be. Maybe a little frustrating.
It's fine. We got this. Just need a lot of hot glue.
That's true.
And patience.
Honestly, I think like for memorable costumes, it has to be the very last one that I did with my family. Because that's the one year we decided to actually coordinate a whole like group ass costume. And the whole theme was just like horror movie characters. So my mom was the Little Red Riding Hood from Trick or Treat. Chelsea was Jennifer from Jennifer's Body. I was trying to get Matt to be Ghostface, but he did not want to. And I was like, okay, fine then. But then this year, because the year before, Mason really wanted to be Sam from Trick or Treat. We could not get the costume last year, but I made sure that I was able to get it the year before I left, because I was like, I need to get him this costume, because he, for weeks and weeks and weeks, has been saying, I want to be Sam from Trick or Treat this Halloween. So I finally got that. I let him use like the light bulb that I bought from Spirit Halloween, and he was so fucking happy about it.
That's cute.
I love how enthusiastic that he was.
That's cute, bro. What the fuck? I love that.
It was so cute, dude. I loved it. And then, and I also dressed up as Sydney from Scream.
Cute.
I still can't believe, like, because me and Chelsea, both our costumes needed blood, so we made like our own homemade version of it, and all of it was actually able to wash off.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember I ended up going to your place at Halloween too last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I was
also
like, I still have leftover candy.
Yeah.
I remember that you were messaging me and you were like, hey, is this still okay that I could go over? And I was like, yeah, dude, it's fine. And you were saying that you still had like a bag full of like candies to give out to me.
And I was like, and nobody's coming through my fucking neighborhood.
I remember by the time you got there, I think on my last 4 bags.
Yeah, and I was like, and I have more.
Oh my God. I think one of the last Halloween quote-unquote parties that I had, God, this is gonna be so sad. But I remember I dressed up as a YouTube ego. I dressed up as Nightmare from Nate Battle. And I had invited a bunch. This is a month prior. We always do RSVP stuff, so we have a head count, right? And we were gonna do just like baked spaghetti for dinner, because as we got older, we just like to hang out in the living room, watch horror movies, whatever. And then everybody got busy or had to work or just got sick and couldn't come. The only person who showed up was Alex, and I was really bummed.
I remember you messaged me about that. I felt so bad.
I was like, nobody showed up except for Alex, and that was after work, and it was like 9:00 at night, and he left like an hour later. I was so bummed. I was like, man, this sucks. We're all too old, I guess. This is sad. All my friends are busy.
We're all adults. Sometimes you just get busy.
Ah!
I know. It sucks.
It does.
This shit hurted, bro.
I'm never old.
It sucks.
I'm always on TikTok, so I'm always up, kept on the
Oh
coolest
my
stuff.
God.
Speak for yourselves.
Goddamn. So maybe we can have a little get together sometime.
You fucking nerd.
Maybe. we can probably ask Alex to come hang out with us on Halloween.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm down to just watch like spooky movies.
Oh, it's on a Monday. Okay, it'd have to be on a weekend. It's okay. We could still have him come over Halloween and hang out. It's fine.
We could have him come over that weekend.
Oh, we could make the cookies that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be excited.
We can do that.
We can all decorate together.
Heck yeah.
The cookies anyway. Sorry,
Live
he's not gonna decorate the house with us. That's gonna be our thing.
Live stream baking.
Baking.
Did you guys watch that?
I would watch
Adam, you can't have the stuff we're baking, but you still want to watch?
He can still watch.
Maybe I'll learn something.
Hey man, that's a good way to learn, is by watching.
It's true. Why do you think YouTube is there? You learn shit from watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's true, and I still managed to ruin it.
Here's the thing. You have to measure when you bake. You don't have to measure when you're cooking, but you have to
Measure when you bake, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you just gotta, when you're cooking, you just gotta make sure you have enough for everybody. That's the only time you really measure.
Yeah.
And when
you gotta make sure you have enough.
Your spice,
Yeah.
you have to do with your heart when you cook.
What if I go by feel in baking?
No.
you fuck something up.
Yeah.
You'll fuck it up so easy.
Cooking, yes. Baking, no.
No.
I cried once because I luckily I hadn't put the fucking batter in the oven yet, but I fucking forgot to put the sugar in, and I was just like, but Chris was with me. He was helping me. He's like, it's okay, like just take it out of the pan, and we could add the sugar now. And I was like, but this is not going okay. Good, delicious, but it's just the fact that it bothered me that we didn't do it in order.
Yeah, one time I made cookies and I totally forgot to put flour in it.
Oh my god.
Oh, the fuck?
I know.
Dude, you want to hear something crazier?
Oh,
I
God.
put a cup of noodles into the microwave without any water.
I've done that before, too. Don't
I
worry.
blew I
No.
blew up
Okay, because same here.
Oh my god, you guys.
I blew up my job's microwave, but no one
Oh,
found out it
okay.
was me.
I didn't blow up the microwave, but the shit
It
caught on
didn't either.
fire. Oh, it started to smoke.
Oh, did you make some plasma in your microwave? Like, God.
I have an excuse. I had other siblings I was tending to at the time. I just
That's
wanted
fair.
food.
What's your excuse, Adam?
None whatsoever.
No, it's just Adam.
Just
This
me.
is Adam things.
Yeah.
Just Adam.
This is once again. This is why there's a whole ass section dedicated to Adam moments in Cookie's chat. So if you ever go through it, you'll actually read through the various chapters of things that I have said or done.
God, we need to put that in this Discord.
Oh yeah,
Please.
I would put that in this Discord. I'll
That'd
do
be
that.
funny.
Be fucking great.
Yeah, I hope we can live stream us baking though, because my brother will get it though. If he's here for that. Hopefully he won't be. But who knows? Whatever.
I don't know. You said sometimes during the weekends he goes out.
That's true. That's true.
Hopefully.
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 Ugh.
Any other Halloween questions you got about traditions and whatnot?
I don't have any questions.
Ouchies. It's more of what do you remember? I remember a lot of times I don't remember trick or treating because I didn't do it often. A lot of times where I used to live in my old apartment, there was this long ass fucking walkway that you had to walk in order to get where our apartment was. And that was always decorated. Especially I know there's somewhere in my piles of VHS tapes. There is a video of who had the camera, but I remember my sister was wearing a hippie costume. I don't remember what my brother was wearing. I want to say werewolf. Right? I want to say werewolf. I think one of my other older cousins was Michael Myers. I don't remember what I was, but I remember we would always try to decorate that whole ass pathway for Halloween and give out candy that way. And I remember a lot of people would come, and it used to be my cousin who decorated it. So she would always have like that flashing lights, a bunch of scary music, a bunch of fake spider webs, tombstones, because there was a nice little dirt path next to the concrete path that she was actually able to put in fake tombstones and stuff. And I just remember being so happy and excited. And then after we kind of stopped doing that, I would sometimes trick or treat with my cousins just around Cesar Chavez a lot. Cesar Chavez always, I remember as a kid, a lot of the stores, Cesar Chavez always gave out candy. Always, always, always.
Yeah.
We would always go up and down Cesar Chavez. And then sometimes, if we didn't want to be in the neighborhood, my uncle would drive us to like the nicer neighborhoods to go trick-or-treating.
We used to do that a lot when my dad found out about what they do in Pasadena. The candies wasn't so much. I was excited for when it came to like more like bougie areas as it was the
it was more like the decorations and stuff like that, like what they would actually do.
Yeah, that and the what is it called? The haunted houses that they would do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those were hella cool.
Oh my god, I remember we dragged Mason through the haunted house and he ended up crying at the end.
Oh, I know. No, he didn't want to leave us, but he also didn't want to like not go. He was excited / terrified throughout the whole way there.
Yeah, I remember, but I remember him saying like, "Oh, I want to go." And by the time we got there, he was like, "Never mind. I don't want to do this." And I was like, "You kind of have to because we're already here at the front."
Too late now, bro. No one wants to stay outside. And he wanted the candy too, if I remember.
Yeah, he wanted the candy too.
He came out crying his eyes off, and he's like, And then
it was okay. He got candy after. He was completely fine after that.
He also did the that fucking Fortnite dance with some other random dude.
That's cute.
Also the Myers house we took photos at.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, for the fact that I live near the fucking Myers house, never gone. Which you
It's
would think, but it's just for whatever reason I always think about it, and then I'm just like, I'm so fucking lazy.
It's a big
I'm like, I could just go any other day of the year.
Also, the place next to it, Sugar Mint Gallery, dude, their fucking business is so cool all year round. Halloween, anything that has to do with like horror in general. They have like art galleries and stuff like that, and they have like pop-ups where they have like movie nights during October or throughout the year, where they have like horror movie screenings and stuff like that in their backyard. They also have like they rent out an Airbnb room at their place, and it's like horror themed, and I think that's really fucking cool. And they also have like horror movie actors go there for like their pop-ups and stuff like that, and for signings, and it's super popular right there.
Dude, we need to see if we can be able to go to the theater and go see the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I have no money.
I'll get us tickets. It's like $16, I think. Hold on, I gotta check.
I think maybe.
They were on hiatus for 3 years. I need to check.
Yeah, I remember that. I also remember as a kid going to pumpkin patches, but then as I got older, that kind of stopped, and I got bummed out.
Makes me fucking want to go to a pumpkin patch so bad.
Same. I've been missing going to pumpkin patches so much.
Want to go to Punky Patch?
Where I want to go, and we've sort of started doing this more as a fall tradition, but sometimes like I haven't done it. It's me and Chris go to Yucaipa here in California, where all the apple orchards are at. Because it's fall, it's a lot. Obviously, a lot of apples are in season, so it's a lot of apple cider. And sometimes last time I remember when I went out with my sister, and we met my sister there and a couple of her friends. We did some wine tasting, which I had the worst time of my life. I don't like wine. I don't know why we have such a huge culture of moms being alcoholics, but whatever.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's a whole different problem. Or just women being like alcoholics casually with wine. But oh my god, some wine tastes like ass, bro. Like it just dries your mouth, and I'm like, disgusting.
Dude, when I was little, I think it was like New Year's party or Super Bowl night. I don't fucking remember. I was little. Mom had a glass of wine on the counter, and they were all in the living room. I thought it was Coca-Cola. I thought it was cherry Coke. I took a sip and I spit it out immediately in the sink. It was disgusting.
Ew.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's also me with beer. I can't stand beer. I hate it.
Beer tastes like piss.
It's more like because it's, what the fuck is it? It's not because it's straight up beer, because I think it's because because it's a light beer. Light beers usually taste a bit better, at least to me. But I won't fucking down them. I'll just probably drink one. But I have to be eating something, otherwise I just can't drink them by itself.
Yeah, it's just gross. Some alcohol just shouldn't be consumed, honestly.
No.
There's also something that Diane told me. I remember that her dad told me that in Mexico they call it a carta blanca or something like that. But it's essentially when you're like broke and you ain't got any alcohol, you basically combine like rubbing alcohol with Coke.
Ew.
With like soda.
Ew. Who the fuck is drinking rubbing alcohol?
That's like the poor man's that's like the poor man's like alcohol.
That's kind of sad.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Her pops used to make it all the time.
I can taste it now without even needing the context.
Also, I think another thing that has kind of sort of become a tradition is going to Halloween Horror Nights.
I want to go to Halloween Horror Nights. I want to go.
I couldn't go this year. Dude, your dad forgot to call me back.
Okay, so, oh my god, dude. Well, first off, I remember, to explain that, he said that because of the whole weekend thing, no, I can't even say that, because for the longest time, Horror Nights has been becoming so populated, and there's no real, I don't, at least to my knowledge, I don't think there's any cutoff, like, this is how many tickets we have, that's it.
They do. They have nights that sell out, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But the thing is, like for this year, I told your dad, like, hey, don't get like a Friday ticket, get a Thursday or Monday ticket
Yeah,
because
because who the fuck's
that's
going those days?
that's when you're gonna get like the least lines. You probably wait a good like 20 minutes max for
Mhm.
those lines instead of
It's
like a whole 2 hours on a
it's
Friday
true.
if we did.
It's
And I
it's
told him
true.
that, and he said that your mom got the Friday one, even though he told her to not get that one.
Yeah, to be honest, because like realistically speaking, everyone probably thinks we should get the Monday ticket, but who actually pulls the trigger on a work day to get the Monday ticket? Not a lot of people. That's why I think it's become a lot more better to get like the month pass now. I think it's just more worth it to go any day during the month, to be honest. So you could go multiple times, experience the entire thing.
Well, that depends because isn't Horror Nights like separate?
Yeah, Horror
Yeah,
Nights is separate from your annual pass.
Annual
yeah,
yeah.
I know
It's
because
separate from your annual pass.
well, because I know because Eddie gets the whole month horror pass.
Well, that's the thing. He has like the VIP thing for Horror Nights. Where
Uh-huh.
you can get there's like a pass that you can get it for the whole month.
Yeah, that's the one that he gets,
Yeah.
which I assume is expensive.
It's very
Yes.
expensive.
It's all that teacher money, bro.
I was about to say our teacher money, bro. They're gonna pay a lot.
Oh god.
Oh my god, who's giving money to our teachers?
But I remember Horror Nights, and I remember the last time I went with your parents, your mom really did not want to go in The Exorcist, and I made her go in.
That was
Holy shit.
hilarious.
I made her go, and she's like, no, I'm gonna get out right here. And I'm like, nope. I grabbed her by the arm and I made her go in with us.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, you literally exploited her religious fears of like the devil and whatnot, huh?
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
And then I remember in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one, your dad fucking bolted. He left me and her in the back. He fucking ran.
Damn.
So the thing
And
about it is,
Mom wanted
Speed
to
run.
go through the exit.
Speed run Texas Chainsaw Massacre any percent.
bro.
It
So
was so
my
fucking funny
Oh my
because the thing
God.
is, your mom, there was an emergency exit. She wanted to go there. I was gonna be like left alone, and I was like, no. And I grabbed her arm again, and I made her go through the whole thing with me. And then your dad turns around, and he's like, "Where were you guys? I thought you were behind me the whole time."
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's so funny because my dad, so he hates anything that reminds him of like being hot and like arid and dry and sticky. So anything with heat, right?
Mhm.
So he likes the Texas Chainsaw, but every time he looks at it, he's like, ugh.
It's gross.
This movie makes me feel like I'm sweating and there's an air conditioner happening in the room.
Yeah.
So he probably just didn't want to be in there. Dude, it was so funny during Horror Nights.
You don't want to be there. He's the one that chose it.
It's so funny when they had my dad hates clowns. He is terrified of clowns. But he will just put on a straight face and stone faced and just walk through like And then
I don't-
afterwards
Oh.
a single tear falls out his eye and he's like, all right. He sucks it back in and he's like, all right, let's go.
Honestly, knowing that, I want to know clown this year.
Oh, the killer clowns?
He does not
Yeah.
like killer clowns. As a kid, he saw it in Mexico and he's like, fuck this movie.
I don't like
dude."
it.
Oh,
For real?
my- Yeah,
When
he-
I watched Killer Clowns, I was like, this is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
entire fucking life.
What year did this movie come out in?
80 something.
Okay, yeah, no, he does not like clowns. I think because I remember he was used to like clowns appearing in Mexico, and he says those look very creepy because they're like more traditional clowns, right? And he never liked
Yeah.
them. So when these came about, it was like taking that clown and distorting it to the max for him, and he's like, I remember he walked very stoically through the killer clowns maze. Afterwards, he's like, he shudders and he's like, all right, I'm good.
I'm
Yeah.
chilling now.
What a badass.
I remember just staring at him in the maze, and he's just like kind of like idly, like awkwardly smiling at the clowns when he's passing by, like la 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 la.
Don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Fucking touch me.
Oh
Touch
my
me.
god!
I know that when he called me that him and Chelsea really like the Freaky and the Black Phone maze.
I have not seen the Black Phone just yet. but I can only imagine.
It's good.
I also walked into. I remember the Us maze without watching the movie, so I was so confused what the hell was going on.
Felt that.
I still haven't seen that movie.
Me neither.
One of the worst experiences I've had as far as it goes to going to Horror Nights is ending up walking through a maze when there's not a lot of people anymore, and you're just fucking alone in the maze, and you're just like, oh my god, there's no one in front of me, and there's only a few people behind me. Fuck. So it's like now I'm the one that has to take the scares for the team.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm like, oh god damn it. So the good news is that it wasn't too scary, but I did end up going to Pandora's Box at Universal. Actually, that one was very cool. Everything was like neon and just
Like
everything was
black, glow in the dark.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's
that
cool though.
it was a Pandora's Box where like I think there was a bunch of sins and shit, but it looked super cool. It was hella cool. So I didn't mind the scares. Had it been anything else, fuck. Terrifying. But yeah, Horror Nights has actually kind of become as far as it goes for our family, at least for my dad and my mom, it's been very on and off. I remember the first Horror Nights I went to, I recall because they had like random chicken coops covered in blood all around it. It wasn't as extravagant as it was now. I remember it being very, very different. But it was very cool nonetheless. Now it's a whole different story compared to what Horror Nights was when I was a kid. Damn, now I sound old. I gotta watch more TikToks. Hold on, you guys.
I remember the year we all went, like the very first year that we all went, and it was the first year I ever like went to Horror Nights. I was so excited because I really wanted to go into the trick or treat maze, and I was so fucking happy that we finally that we were able to do that. And I think we only waited in line for like an hour. That bad. But I do remember that we all agreed that we regretted going into the Purge and we should have gone into Poltergeist instead. Because by the time we went in there, Chelsea was just listening to music, just vibing by herself, not really like minding anything. And Isaiah was the one just like dancing or sitting on the couch.
Damn.
Yeah, that maze wasn't great.
Damn.
It was not great.
Yeah,
At all.
I feel like it would be very hard for like a purge like mage. Mage.
Oh shit! Now there's magic.
Yeah, that maze wasn't great at all. Like I would have rather gone to Poltergeist that year.
Damn, if you're in like a horror maze and you're able to vibe while music, you know, it's not great.
Of course, it's not.
You're not supposed to be vibing in a horror maze. You're supposed to be doing the exact opposite.
The first time I went to Halloween Horror Nights was that I remember was 2011. And I think that was the last time I've ever gone. The most recent thing I've done was last year with my D&D group. We went to Not Scary Farm, which is actually very, very fun. And when I went last year, with my D&D group, and I had Bjorn Bjorn and I were the most scared of our group, let's be honest. So anytime we were going a maze, him and I would immediately lock arms. But the thing is, Bjorn works out. Bjorn lifts. So when Bjorn would start squeezing me, this motherfucker had a grip. And I'm just like, this man's gonna pull my arm. or like, my arm's gonna fucking lose feeling. Because Bjorn is gripping my arm. Because he's so scared.
That's a mood, though.
Yeah, and I remember when we first got there, like Bjorn and I skipped out on the first maze because I think we both psyched ourselves out so hard that we're like, you know what? We'll just stand here waiting for you guys.
Yeah.
We psyched ourselves out so hard, so and we were just standing around, just looking around. Went to like a little gift shop, and I bought like a light up sword.
I love that. I fucking love that. This sounds like something you would do. Oh man. Speaking of Horror Nights, I still hate that you fucking left me there. We were doing the we were doing the fucking the terror tram. You all fucking left me.
Fuck up. He left you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna kick your ass.
It was it was after we took pictures with Norman Bates, and I was like, my uncle was still over there by the house. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with Adam, Chelsea, and Bruno. Fuck no, those losers fucking left me. They bolted right when they walked in like the scare zone, and they left me, and I couldn't see shit.
Y'all really would leave a blind girl behind.
Yeah, I remember that, dude.
That's fucked, man.
And I was saying, like, guys, wait up, but no, you.
Yeah, it's all right though. I mean, my mom was behind you.
No, she didn't go with us that year.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. So this, hear me out.
Really? He's
Hear
trying
me
to
out.
save himself. He's trying to save himself.
Hear me out. It's Halloween, right? And you love horror. I was trying to make this as realistic and as fantasy fulfilling as horror can get.
Okay.
So that is my defense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Adam.
You're welcome.
He's found guilty.
Adam.
Yes.
I'm a blind 5'1" girl. I
You're
live horror every fucking day.
sounds like a horror protagonist to me.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
But I remember that night all too well. We were walking through. It was we were walking through a maze, and Bruno. I think we told already the story once in another episode, but it was you, me, Bruno, and I remember we were walking in there, and something scares the shit out of Bruno, and he just bolts and runs. Oh, he just runs, and I'm like, what
you
the
and
hell?
Justin just followed after him.
Yeah, I don't know why. Instinctively, I'm like, I must run too, and I quickly bolted. It just happened. I swear. I saw and I'm like, oh, me too, and I just bolted without thinking about it. And then I leave poor Kimberly behind. Thankfully there was like a ton of people walking in a line, but still it was pretty shitty because she was like, oh no, I can't grab onto anyone.
And you know what sucked? Before they ran off, I was about to reach over for Adam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, it was terrible. And then as I walked through the maze, I get to the living room and I see Bruno literally just sitting his ass on the Michael Myers couch. He's chilling on the Michael Myers couch, just, hey, what's up? Telling hi to everyone passing by and enjoying his, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Someone from backstage had to come out and be like, you can't sit there.
I was about to say, man, I get kicked out.
He's like, oh, for reals? All right.
Dude, he got lucky that we didn't get kicked out for that.
Oh, yeah. I know. He was just there. He's like, I'm tired, bro.
Yeah, I remember on the car ride home, all of you knocked out.
Yeah, dude, he was exhausted. He's like, I'll be honest, man. He's like, I told him, he's like, I was tired of walking, and I wanted to sit down. That's it. And I was greeting all the people walking by. Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah.
What also, like, not just the mazes, but like the scare zones in general, when you would walk through them, those are always fun too.
They were. Yeah, yeah.
Scare zones, like in any horror attraction, fucking slap.
Hell yeah.
Not last year and this year. I know last year and this year they have the carnival one, which I thought was really fun. I've always kind of enjoyed scary clowns. And they were so fun. They have it because they have one called the Goring 20s instead of the Roaring 20s. Very, very fun. Especially because last year, I think I had given Sarah a set of dice, and she still had a D20. So sometimes she would yell roll for initiative with the scare actors, and they would fucking roll a D20. They would roll a D20, and she would roll a D20.
Nerd.
Sounds like some shit I would do.
Do you know what I really I never got to try it as of these last 2 years that I didn't get to go because I wouldn't be able to handle like walking around was the themed food attractions. So I heard that like for Texas Chainsaw they had like barbecue, and I'm like, god damn it, I wanted a plate of that.
I got that with your parents the last year we went.
Was it good?
It was really good. I liked it. I thought it was worth it. It was really good. And it was right after we did the maze too.
That reminds me, I gotta shoot a spooky song before this month ends. I gotta.
You only have a few days. You only have a few days.
No,
Woo,
it's all right.
2 weeks.
It's all right. You know how many? Oh no! Wait, actually, I did have something. I just forgot to record it. Oh, never mind. I literally just forgot to sit down and record it.
Wow.
Wow. I know. Just ADHD things.
I feel that on a personal level.
I do have some a spooky song coming out this month though for sure. I will probably premiere it on the 31st. Mwahaha.
Nice.
Mostly because I have to learn how to edit certain things into it
Oh
that are
my
not so
God.
easy. That are not so easy. So I'm because like with every song that I release, I always do something a little different to edit it. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Trying to think of other. So we have Horror Nights as and going to attractions. Has that been more of a recent thing? I know for me when it was just me, my mom, and my dad for a while, and it was only like for 2-3 years, and then we stopped for a while before we started again.
Yeah, I know it was a more recent thing because I was always like pushing your dad. I was like, "Do you want to go to horror?"
After a while, he stopped. I think because it became too expensive.
Yeah,
That,
it did
that
become
makes sense,
expensive.
honestly.
So he's like, for a couple of years, we're like, nah, oh well. We would just like fire up YouTube, the brand new site
Dude,
called
I
YouTube, and
fucking
let's
do
like,
that shit all the time.
Same.
I would literally, if I'm bored, fucking watch YouTube videos of people walking through the maze.
no, yeah,
Shout out
same
Star
here.
Productions because that's who I watch it from.
Me too.
I have no idea who that is, but I assume I'm gonna say that I have seen them absolutely because I watch a lot of those
Shark
videos.
Productions, I always fucking watch them every year. I look forward to their videos every
Me
fucking year.
too. Oh my God.
They're so fucking good. But also like that's where I get like all my information for Horror Nights or like other type of videos too, especially from like the official ones. That's where I was able to give like Junior all the information for this year because he wanted to figure out like where things were and what mazes were there exactly. So every time something was like releasing in real time, I would tell him everything that was coming up, and I would always like send him the videos and stuff like that I would find on YouTube about like any little thing. I love that even though I'm not there anymore, he still like goes.
Yeah, he does.
I fucking love
Uh,
that.
I will say, there are games that I played during the spooky season for sure. I think that's also become a more of a recent thing. For sure. Although I play Resident Evil a lot, it intensifies when I play it during October.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It just intensifies so much when I play during October. Silent Hill is cool, but it also just frustrates me more so than having fun in October. So I don't really play that one. I play that one once in a blue moon. That way I forget almost everything. So when I play it again, I'm like, oh, it's like playing it all over again.
Mm-hmm.
What games do you play during October?
We just played FNAF last week, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just played Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2, and we're gonna continue that this week hopefully.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of horror experience under my belt, unfortunately. I've played a little bit of Outlast. I did not last an hour in Outlast because it scared me too much. And then Resident Evil 8 is the only horror game I've ever completed.
Let's see. I was gonna say, I just thought of something actually.
What's up?
As far as it goes for horror and traditions, I think I'm actually very very grateful that our family is the way they are, because I know for a fact that I've come across friends and other students and stuff where they're so traditional Catholic Mexican that they don't even touch
So
Halloween.
silly.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
celebrate
They
it at all. They don't talk about it either.
They don't talk. Yeah, they don't talk about it. They don't even touch that shit. They're like, get that shit out the door.
And then there's
So-
our family that like fully embraces it.
So just the sheer fact that we've been able to sit down for an hour and discuss everything that we've been through from childhood to now is really fucking amazing, to be honest. Like really
Yeah.
amazing.
It was really fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like again, like Halloween and horror go like hand in hand with our family. Like it's something that will honestly like keep us together and like bond us together with whatever it is, whether it's like talking about a show, a movie, the holiday in general, and like what are we gonna do on like during the week or the weekend. And like, what are we gonna do on Halloween Day? We're always just constantly trying to figure out what we can do, especially when there's like horror movies coming out. We're always like, okay, can we watch it on like this service or that service together? Like, we recently just watched Hellraiser together, Adam.
We did.
Yeah. And I remember we watched like the Netflix Texas Chainsaw with your dad. And I'm always trying to like plan out if we can have like a movie night with all of us together again. It always just depends on like the service if they allow that, you know?
Just stream it through Discord.
That's true.
Yeah. Dude. I'm just so grateful that we've been able to sit down and like discuss all this, because it does make me feel very happy, and it does make me feel very tripped out simultaneously. Because not a lot of like our like traditional like, you know, like Catholic peeps around the neighborhood even touch this fucking this entire month whatsoever.
I don't know, because it's considered like evil pretty much.
Yeah.
The devil. Which is so funny because there's an old VHS tape that I definitely need to put into a DVD, because you could tell that tape is deteriorating. But it's my grandma, who's very Catholic, dressed as a devil for Halloween, like sometime in the late 90s.
Oh my god.
What a flex.
Oh, I remember my grandpa used to. I remember something actually. My grandpa, he used to tell me a bunch of spooky stories. I've shared them with you already, I remember. But he's the one that comes from Mexico. He would talk to me about all kinds of scary shit that would happen in what's it called? He would tell me all kinds of scary stuff that would happen to him back in Mexico. That, and he would tell me classic stories like La Mano Peluda, or the other bloody hand, right? Like the hairy hand, or the bloody hand, or tell me countless stories of La Llorona and this and that. So those are vague memories though, because I was very little, so I cannot remember them too well, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we always get like the classic stories. A lot of the time, my dad will always kukui.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man, that's the main one he would always tell me, because that's the one that always got me when I was a kid.
Hey, bro, that shit is real. Don't even bring that up, man.
He's gonna be
That's
outside your
why
window
I
right
never
now.
like have a foot outside of my blanket anymore. I'm just like, nope.
You see, sometimes I'm too lazy, but the fear gets to me within a couple seconds, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
All right, I'll bring it up. What I will do is leave my hand sometimes and just kind of have it there, and I'm like,
It's there if you want it.
it's there, it's there, and then I end up not sleeping. But I do it because sometimes I'm like, I've reached a point in horror films where I'm like, I need to get scared, and I'm not feeling scared. So something visceral. I'll close my eyes in the shower, and then I'll start panicking.
So wait, why don't you close your eyes in the shower anyway? Because you need to close your eyes when you're putting on shampoo.
I never close my eyes in the shower ever.
I do close my eyes in the shower.
Same.
I have developed very strategic and specific Master Pro methods. If you want to sub to my
Shut the hell up.
if you want to sub to my online
Cancelled.
No.
my online courses.
Only
You thought I was gonna say something
69.69.
No, I was gonna be my what is that fucking website that you go to? Skillshare?
Skillshare.
Just kidding, I don't have one. Lest you'll get like flagged and dinged for it.
Oh my god. Well, let's hope not.
I will teach you the ways of how to shower without closing your eyes. Master Pro. But honestly, scared, closing your eyes and the rest in the shower is terrifying. I would not do that.
I mean, it's probably just not terrifying to me, especially the way my bathroom is right now. Like, one side is my mom's room, the other side is my brother's room. So like, there's always somebody in one room or the other.
Oh,
the only time it freaks me out is if I'm home by myself and I decide, yeah, I'm gonna shower, which I don't. So.
Oh shit.
Is that it?
I
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I think this will be a short episode, but it'll be a sweet one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I yanked my earbud out of my ear.
Oh no.
That hurt.
Yes.
Yes.
I do think it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
It'll be short. It'll be short, but very nice for sure.
It's not the shortest episode we've done.
No, I think the shortest one we did was like, what, 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think that was the Easter eggs one.
I gotta ask you guys actually. How did you like the creepy stories that I sent over? By the way,
Very nice. Very good. I like it. Yeah, we've already recorded that episode.
I just finished editing that today.
Yeah.
You just finished editing that one today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. What was the scariest one, if you remember, for you at least?
From any of them or the ones that you sent?
The ones that I sent. I'm very curious.
I don't remember any of them.
It has to be the little kid one.
The little kid one where my dad threw a blanket on it, like, oh shit, real quick, and ran.
Yeah. It's just because it's kids.
Yeah, I remember that one. Never mind. Yep, that's the scariest one.
Oh my god.
No.
I've always wanted to go back to that house. Like, not even go back, just go to that house and just freaking experience it experience it myself. Because there have been multiple people that have said the same thing without even being told about it. So that's the scary part. They had no idea that this things happen at the house, and then it happens, and they're like, "What the fuck?" So it made my dad even more fearful. He's like, "Oh, so now I'm not God." I was praying that he's like that. I was crazy, but I guess not.
He's like, I wish I was just dreaming.
It's nope. Someone else said that they saw it, and I'm like, not liking this.
Hard pass.
It's a very hard pass. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, the spooks, that's going to be it for us today.
Well, join us tomorrow as we talk about our love for the spookiest holiday of the year and answer some themed questions that I have.
Woo! That's going to be fun. Don't forget to rate us and tap that bell icon. I can speak, I swear, on Spotify so you don't miss an episode. We're also on Apple Podcast and Google Podcast now, if you want to do that too. If you want to follow the Guarded by Demons socials, we're on Twitter at Guarded Demons. We're also on Anchor, YouTube, and Instagram at Guarded by Demons. We also have an email, guardeddemonpod@gmail.com, if you want to write in and suggest some topics, movies, or games we could play on the podcast, or tell us how we did. Be nice. If you're not, I will cry. Also, if you send us a 5-star review on iTunes, we will read it here on the podcast.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything you want to plug in?
Yeah.
Oh, you first, Adam.
All right. So I'm a musician / composer, taking commissions and always providing lessons for music. Twitter handle is at Ceniza000_00. That's at CENIZA 000_00. We have my YouTube channel, which is AI Gomez Guitar, AIGOMEZ Guitar. We have my TikTok, which is at DeadNewt, DEDN00T. And then we have my, I think I already said my YouTube channel. My Instagram, which is AI Gomez Guitar once again. That's it.
Sweet. Nice.
Amazing. I am a lame ass Twitch streamer, PNG tuber, at Ice Queen Loki on Twitch and Twitter.
Nice.
Go.
So once again, I am Kimberly, and if you want to follow me on any of my personal, I am the Lesbian Spook on Twitter, and if you follow me on there, you will get a lot of movie updates or just opinions on horror movies. I also reblog a lot of stuff about being a lesbian because I am gay, and that's all I ever see on my newsfeed besides horror. It's literally just those two things, and the occasional memes. I am also a spooky, scary lesbian on Twitch and Tumblr. Tumblr, I write some fanfiction. I'm behind on all of that, but still plugging that in because sooner or later I am going to keep writing that because it's in the general horror fanfiction that I write. And I play spooky games on Twitch, mainly Resident Evil. And we will be playing FNAF this week. FNAF 2 because we're still stuck on night 2.
Yeah. FNAF 1 was dreadful. FNAF 2 wasn't that bad.
No, but FNAF 2 is actually more fun.
Yes.
Honestly. Also, if you're listening to this on YouTube, remember to subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss any notifications. If you would like to comment and suggest us any topics, whether it's, topics to discuss like we are doing today, or horror movie recommendations that you want to hear our opinions on, go for it. We will take your suggestions, even though we have the next like whole year planned out. We can always change it.
Yeah. And I'm Lexi. If you want to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok, it's at SemiProEagle. I play a variety of games over on Twitch. I'm replaying currently Red Dead Redemption 2. That's been a lot of fun. I like to play Skyrim when I'm not feeling my best in my head. And I've done the occasional cooking stream, and I do draw from time to time on there too. Also on Twitter, I yell at NFT accounts that try to hack into mine. So you follow me over there.
All right, guys. Stay spooky.